We thought we were ready. This is going to be a lot harder than we thought. Kathmandu, the gateway to the top of the world. We are here to climb Lobuche, the most difficult mountain we have ever attempted to summit. This is just practice for the king of the gods, the tallest mountain of them all.
This journey has already started a few years ago when we started climbing the highest mountain in Madagascar and then Kilimanjaro. The Everest idea came in 2023.
There's a monumental difference between Baker and here.
I mean, the scenery is complete opposite.
Mount Baker was beautiful. This is the land of the gods.
Amazing Lukla. Our trek starts here.
I really have the love of walking, but now it's more of a fact that it's objective oriented. It's so interesting seeing all these small little villages. It's a safe place. If dogs can live here, that means people are happy, right? Unfortunately, they don't have fondue.
It's this personal journey with my brother and my dad.
It's not about the mountain. It's about spending time with my kids, and this is my last chance before they fly on their own.
I don't know any of my other friends who have the luck of spending so much time with their dad.
We are more than 3,400 meters already, and now we're going up. I hope one day I'll be also like that. 1,000 years later.
Summiting Mount Everest will be so profound for me. Person from Madagascar, the visualization that I get from it is so beautiful, motivates me so much emotionally.
The blessing in the monastery, was so beautiful.
That blessing in Tingbuche was magical. But at the same time, made me very superstitious.
I do believe these energies exist in this world. Positive energies, negative energies, they exist.
Because I did end up losing the necklace from the blessing.
Where is it? I shouldn't lose that one, huh?
And we were told that if you do lose it, then something bad could happen.
If it's gone, I'm going down. It has been 2 days. All my sinus. It's not good to be sick in a mountain. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
I'm really openly worried about my dad.
He's not super fit, he's definitely not 100%.
After Mount Baker, he had an ankle issue, he was sick, he still made it. So I know mentally he's 30 times stronger than us combined. He's taking this journey step by step.
Do it like a turtle, slowly, surely. Turtles have the highest expectancy of life, you know that, right? Let's hope I will have the highest life expectancy.
Unfortunately, even if you do all the right things, a 1 in 4 chance you're still not going to make it if you get some kind of bug issue or the weather's terrible.
Our journey, we've been working on things like taking care of ourselves, how to stay fit, how to stay warm and whatnot. Everything we're doing is to try and make it less likely that we end up on a memorial like this.
I want one day to talk to my grandkids.
We want to be the first Malagasys on Everest, not the first Malagasys to die on Everest.
A lot of the deaths are because people weren't responsible enough, they weren't professional enough, they weren't being risk averse enough, they were being too ambitious and wanted to climb the mountain when they weren't ready. There are some places where unfortunately you're not in control with the ice falls and the avalanches.
Risk is everywhere, especially if you're not prepared for it.
I've done some research into it. I've tried to remain very rational about it. I've talked a lot with Rob about it.
It's so hard to imagine, but it's super probable. Think about the aftermath of all the possibilities. I really don't know if I could leave my dad behind. I think I'd stay there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can't.
Nice bottle of cookie rum. Sip it together. I could leave rice behind, without a doubt. I think the reason why I can't process those scenarios is because I feel so comfortable with the people that I'm trekking with.
Life is mysterious, life is beautiful, anything can happen. I'm a novice, let me tell you that. My kids are novice, but we need to do it with wisdom, with maturity, with humility, with the right people.
I would be most happy if my dad made it to the top. He has been through more turmoil in his life and more challenges. He was the one who worked hard to even get us into the position of being able to climb Everest. Physically, I don't have any problem.
I'm pretty scared of what's to come with Lobuche after seeing some videos, but thinking about the big picture really helps. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not climbing Lobuche to climb Lobuche. It's climbing Lobuche for Everest, which makes it way more motivating.
Lobuche Base Camp.
We're at 5,300 meters, and the only thing you see is just mountains above you. Fuck! Where do you see that in your life?
It's incredible.
The physical part, I feel like I've done a good enough job to put myself in a position where I should be ready for that. Altitude is less in my control. If everything remains the way it is.
We have these challenges to overcome with the ascenders and the lowering, all this technical training. My dad has to overcome the sleep problems that he has.
Actually, I like this new technique. Got the grasp of the thing.
Doing good.
It's doing all right.
Taught him well. He's matured a lot. Just last year he was still wider than that.
Tonight we climb, and tomorrow we descend all the way to base camp.
Colder than it's ever been, higher than we've ever slept. My dad, runny nose, heavy brain, just not in a good condition. So now he's got a sickness that's not helping him. He's got all those other long-standing injuries as well.
You see my state. I'm 54 years old, overweight, good food. I've been doing my training, but I have that infection which has been there, since the beginning.
I'm constantly impressed with how you're able to keep moving. I was on Baker, I have been here since you didn't get a good rest last night.
Another bad night. It's 3 nights in a row.
Raj and Rais can go for the climb and you can be here when they get back.
I already talked with my brother and my father that if one of us doesn't make it, the others have to go for it.
Let's make the decision that leads to the best trip.
Okay.
So you can never really predict what's gonna happen.
For me, it's time to go back to the base camp. This is the first time since I have started climbing that I'm going down. This is not a joke. This is something very serious and we have to respect it. We have to be humble behind it. It's a deep, profound thing that we have to work on both physically, mentally, but also spiritually in order one day to be able to climb the Everest.
Folks making prudent calls makes me just so much more comfortable to climb with them in the future.
They have to fly on their own.
This is the first mountain that we do without my dad since this journey began, and hopefully the last.
You'd be cracking some jokes right now to ease the situation or ease the moment.
He's kind of like a nice inspiration point when we're on the mountain. Definitely gonna miss him on this. Let's go climb a mountain. I'm just gonna go as deep as I need to go. We're just walking.
There's only like two types of pain, which is the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The altitude makes it a lot more difficult for me just going uphill. My brother's helped me. He has a good mindset. He said, it's only 10 hours to the top, and then the rest is just on your way down. Is just on the way home, anyways.
We're not walking anymore.
Nope, we're climbing.
It's like Rob says, it's just a 1 hour, and then if I can keep going for another hour, I'll keep going.
Team, have you guys heard of the movie Are We There Yet?
My little brother is kind of a crackhead with his energy, who doesn't train that much, but seemingly is like twice as fast as anyone else. The ascenders is something I was not familiar with, and that is something I'm still quite scared of a little bit. I need to prepare myself a lot more to become comfortable with.
I can't, I'm too scared though.
Even compared to a year and a half ago, a lot more rock, a lot less good snow.
So tough. The hardest thing maybe I've ever done. You okay?
No.
I can't feel my hands.
Yeah.
My fingers hurt so much.
Yeah, screaming barfies. You want to scream, you want to barf. It's hard scrabble. You're actively hauling yourself up with the ascender for numerous parts of it.
Rob was saying, listen, I'm looking at you guys. You guys can keep going forward. And I was kind of doubtful, actually. I was like, are you sure that you're like, I'm fit enough to do this right now? I want to puke.
I mean, Rice and I in our tent, we were joking about it, it's not gonna be that hard. It was the toughest trek I've done in my life.
I'm gonna have PTSD for the mountains for a couple weeks after.
I think Dad is very confident that we made it.
That was the first mountain we did without Dad though.
I'm so happy that we made it. I had a really hard time.
Lobuche. Honestly, difficulty 10 out of 10. Hardest thing I've ever done.
The ascenders part? Holy shit. That was nuts.
They did a really good job. They have not done that type of climbing before, especially in crampons. It's a hard lesson, but they're going to be much more proficient climbers from here on out.
So it's a bittersweet moment because I'm proud that I got to the summit, but I'm also kind of disappointed because I thought I'd be at a higher level right now.
If we're really trying to do Everest, gotta step up our ball game.
A lot of work still to do.
That's him. Haha, we're back. It's cool. I saw them coming down. It's like two giants coming down, you know. That's cool, brother. And suddenly they were not my kids, you know. They're real kings, young kings. It's beautiful to see that.
That's the same. This guy actually.
So cool. So cool.
These expeditions in the Himalayas have really changed my perception on the amount of training that I have to put in.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead with this.